All right, joining me is Pierce Jameson, former Wall Hawk and one of the kickers for the Hawks back in the day. Now attends Texas A&M, doing something a little bit special, giving back to the Wall community a little bit in the form of kicking lessons. Pierce, just go ahead and tell me a little bit about what you're doing here and why you're doing it to take a time out of your busy schedule to do this.
Yeah, so I just want to pour back into the Wall Hawk community, just try and raise another generation of kickers. I kind of had to get a lot of help from outside people, so just coming back and teaching kids how to do it correctly, so no injury and whatnot, and just pour back into those kids so we can see some future champions.
And especially at these smaller programs in the 1A through 3 or even sometimes 4A, special teams, it isn't like overlooked, but sometimes just the amount of athletes just aren't there for that. And so I would agree when you say that it's important to pour back into it. But the Hawks struggle without a kicker, you know what I mean? And so and games can be won or lost by not having one. So just go ahead and give me your opinion on how early this needs to start and how we could be successful at raising new kickers.
Yeah, I think the earlier the better, obviously, to form the fundamentals of it. I think anybody can learn how to do it, really. But yeah, it was very important for us. We won 2 games off of a field goal, and it took the whole team throughout the entire game, but we had to make sure we had that play down. So I think it's just as important as any other position, and pouring time and effort into that is also just as important as everything else in the game. So I think it's one of, maybe not the most important thing, but a very key aspect of the game. So.
And the Hawks definitely felt your absence in the playoffs last year against Canadian. Luke had been hurt a little bit, and so he wasn't exactly good to go when it come to kicking those field goals, and the Hawks ended up having to go for it on 4th down a lot, So one of those, having a kicker that you can rely on is super important. But in these lessons, just go ahead and give your spiel. Like what do you go over, and how do you make these kids better?
Yeah, so depending upon their age, if they're in elementary, middle school, we're not going to do kickoffs yet because they're not starting that. So I usually start them off in field goals or punts, trying to get that fundamentals down. I do all the same drills that I've done for the past, 6 years that I've been doing it. And they're very simple, like 2 or 3 drills per different kick. So 3 things for punts, 3 things for field goals, and just trying to get that fundamental of the kicking down. You can rely on power as much as you can, but I was not a really big kid in high school, and was still able to kick it relatively far based off of the fundamentals and mechanics of kicking. So
it looks like you've grown a little bit since you graduated, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead now and let's throw some of your information out there, just in case that there are people out there in the community who wants kick lessons from what is basically a pro now, right? The master? Okay. Yeah, but go ahead and tell them what you offer, how long lessons last, and how they can contact you.
Yeah, so I'll be giving lessons till the end of July when I go back to college. I'll have them Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 to 9, an hour each. You can do as many as you want. I'll have them at $35 an hour, and my number is 325-276-7263. And you can reach me on Instagram or Facebook, Jameson18. So. Yeah.
All right, Pierce. Well, I think what you're doing for the Wall Hawks and Wall High School is awesome, and keep it up, man.